vote for me. And anything you want, they got. Right here in the USA. Vote for me and anything you want, they got. Right here. In the USA. Vote for me. Vote for me. Vote for me. Yay! Vote.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot going for him, especially this election cycle, no? Right? I mean, this time of, what is it? Big ears, small hands, right? There must be a package there, wouldn't you say? Right? Huge, right? Huge. Doc, I bet you like that word, huge. You've heard it, right? You like, yeah. I've seen you like Dr. Donald there. But anyway, I'm gonna try to guide you through what's gonna happen inside there. They call me Sick Nick, the Bellevue boy. I'll get to that story, what happened with that. But mostly, I'm gonna guide you to what's gonna happen inside the room here. I'm gonna tell a personal story of my journey to Butoh, okay? It's not gonna be that long. I want you to make sure, this should be, I want you guys got your Google machine, right? You're going to turn off the phone when you go in there, but if you want, you can use your Google machine now. You can verify everything that I'm saying here, okay? It's all true. It's real true. You can look it up. I work for a company called Charles Wayne and the 7 Dramaturgs. Has anybody heard of them? You haven't? Mary, you haven't heard of it? Okay. I'm telling you, that's why I wish you had the Google machine. But it's a very important operation. The 7 Dramaturgs, you've heard of all the war, the pestilence, the refugee problem and everything. The 7 Dramaturgs are in control of that. Not in control of it, they maneuver it in different ways. They dramaturg it, basically, right? And, Charles Wayne, well, it's sort of, remember that show Charlie's Angels? It's sort of like that. It's just a voice, right? Just a voice, and the angels are there, but there's no, but not really like that. Just Charles Wayne and his 7 Dramaturgs. So, how I became this human, I'm basically, my field of study is human geography, and they've put me to work. I ride the subway as you see me right here. And I do my study within this. I find that what they're looking for are the enzymes of change. Usually we lock the enzymes of change up inside the mental institution, right? Keep them away from us, keep us away from the normality. Sometimes, here in New York, we see that sometimes they get out, the enzymes, but we got our earbuds in, so we don't usually hear them. Sometimes we smell them, sometimes we see them, but we just glance around and they go on. So I study them. I've been voted by them to represent them in some fashion. In other words, I talk to the 7 Dramaturgs through Charles Wayne, and it's both a qualitative and a quantitative study, the research is. But what happened, the way I got into it was years ago, I was just a studious student. That's all I was. I was writing, I was studying literature. I was getting an MA in literature. And the thing that happened to me was that my thesis was called An Autobiography of Jesus Christ. Okay? That was the name of my thesis, 3 professors who were reading it, they didn't believe. I told them that I couldn't finish this thing until I was 33 years old, because that was the time that supposedly Jesus Christ died, right? Or until I died or was crucified. So I couldn't finish it, but they said it had to be finished. And so I was in a real dilemma, and I was stuck there. I couldn't finish it. Remember now, it's an autobiography, not the autobiography.
There's a difference there. One would be a pretty crazy guy who would write the autobiography. I had explained this many times. This was the 3-minute manifesto for an Uncle Sam on stilts. Dick Ziegen wrote that. He might be crazy. This is not the only manifesto. I could say, spend more time on the bench. You don't have to say beach, right? You can say all kinds of words. That's not the manifesto. It's an manifesto. Like an autobiography. A manifesto. Like an autobiography. Jesus. Anyway, I got to the point. There was a little, but they say you got to finish it, and it was in spring, same time it is now here. They have Lent. Catholics have Lent. I'm a last Catholic, so I don't do Lent. But what I do is I was giving up shaving for Lent, so I had a beard like this. And Lent was very early that year. I'm going to tell you, it was very like this year. It was in March. They wanted me to complete it. It was March. Easter was March 26th. Do you guys know what a golden birthday is? What your golden birthday is? That's the year you were born, right? Say, I was born on March 26th, right? So my golden birthday is when I'm 26. Can you believe all the shit that was coming down at the same time on me? An autobiography of Jesus Christ. It's March 26th. Easter's coming up. And at the same time, there was a little theater group. I guess they were called, La Mama, right? They called themselves El Papa. I guess they were trying to be the Papa of the Mama, right? Or the Mamas of the Papa. Anyway, they were El Papa, and they were doing a Yeats chamber play called The Resurrection, right? And they had an audition. I've never been on stage before, but I said, The Resurrection. Yeats. I was studying literature. I knew Yeats. I said, okay, I'm going to go. I walked in, and I said, I've come to read for the resurrection. And, I had my beard. And they cast me as Jesus Christ. It was just a little walk-in part. They came and saw it, right? They saw it. They said, okay, you've done it. We'll give you your degree. That's all we needed to see was Jesus Christ eat for carb. Okay. But now I was stuck without anything to write. I thought this was going to take my whole life, or until the time I died, So now I don't have anything to write. But I have all these things coming down at the same time. I guess I went to a place that I tried to write like the last supplement. And that's when I started walking around in the subway a little bit. And that's when they started calling me the Bellevue boy. Because they kept bringing me to Bellevue, trying to figure out why I was walking around trying to write the last supplement. Eventually what happened was they cheated. I could escape all the time. As you see, I have escaped from someplace just now. I don't know exactly where it was. But I could escape. But they cheated. What they did was they gave me a drug. Okay? And all of a sudden the drug, started acting on me funny. And eventually it wore out, but I guess I was normal after that. I didn't have to write anything. I wasn't trying to write the last supplement anymore. But I found out what that drug was. And when I looked it up, they had experimented with the drug on spiders. And they put the drug on the spiders, and the spiders would build the same web, right? The exact same web they always built, but except smaller. The exact pattern, but smaller. They didn't build this big web anymore, they built this smaller web. So I knew there was something wrong there. You're looking for the great white page, right? The Moby Dictionary. That's what it is. It's words, for instance, I saw this sign before, right? It says no stop, no pubic restroom, public restroom. Because what made me think of that was that I've been making for 26 years. I've been making this thing. It's called the pubic hair goes public, right? You understand? And well, you're laughing, but listen, it makes sense because what it is, you take the word public, right? You take that word public, right? But on the piece of paper, what I do is I take the L is not ink, or the L is my pubic hair. I cut all my pubic hair off, and I adhere it to the page. And you know, over the years, it's been gray, right? Can you feel that's real hair, right? Can you see that that's real hair? Yeah, that's real. Yeah. You put this hair there, and then you got an L, and then you just color it so that it has the same color. And over the years, it changes. And the pubic hair goes public every year as a new person, right? But what I've done is I've learned from this Butoh here. I found out in my studies, I found other people who are doing the same thing that I'm doing. They're working for the 7 dramaturgs. I found them, but they're doing something else. See, when you want to get your web back, you got to take your body and you got to challenge it. You got to push it. You got to push the little buttons that go up there. You got to push it out there and find the limit of it. You can take a word. This is another one from the Moby Dictionary, okay? This is a good one. This word is knowledge. You know what knowledge is, but you've never seen it until you've torn it apart. What you got to do to get the knowledge? You got to rip it. You got to tear it. You got to find. This is the body of knowledge. You got to go to the ledge of the edge of knowledge. That's where you got to go. You got to go to the edge of the ledge of knowledge. You don't want to jump to a conclusion. Oh, don't do that. You go to the edge of knowledge. You push. You know, I should stop now because this is not. I want you guys to see this show in here. These are it's some body rituals, some exploration, looking for this expansion. There are human curiosities in here we need you to look at. So the maxim here is, the sideshow maxim is, you got to see it to believe it, but really you got to believe it to see it. So come on in. Come on and see it.